our attention to one of the most pressing challenges facing the world today: climate change. This lecture will examine the complex issues of climate change and the role of environmental governance in addressing it. The climate crisis, code red for humanity. Let's face it, our planet is sending us an SOS. Rising temperatures, melting glaciers, extreme weather events, and rising sea levels are all screaming for our attention. The scientific consensus is clear. Climate change is real, it is caused by human activities, and it's happening faster than we ever imagined. The consequences are devastating. Human health, heat waves, floods, droughts, and air pollution are taking a toll on our well-being. Ecosystems. Species are going extinct, coral reefs are bleaching, and forests are burning. Food security. Droughts and floods are disrupting agriculture and threatening food supplies. Economic stability. Climate change is already costing us billions, and the bill is only going to get higher. Global governance to the rescue? So what's global governance doing about it? Well, it's a mixed bag. On the one hand, we have seen some important international agreements like the Paris Agreement, where countries pledge to limit global warming. We have also seen the rise of climate activism, with millions of people demanding action from their leaders. But on the other hand, progress has been slow. Many countries are not meeting their emission reduction targets, and the global response to climate change remains fragmented and inadequate. The clock is ticking, and we are running out of time to avoid the worst impacts of climate change. Challenges of environmental governance. Tackling climate change isn't easy. It's a wicked problem with complex causes and consequences that cross borders and generations. Here are some of the biggest challenges. Collective action problem. It's hard to get countries to cooperate when their short-term interests often conflict with the long-term goal of protecting the planet. Power imbalances. Rich countries have contributed the most to climate change, but it's the poorest countries that are often hit hardest by its impact. Scientific uncertainty. While the science is clear on the overall trends, there's still uncertainty about the specific impacts and timelines of climate change. Political will. Many politicians are hesitant to take bold action on climate change because they fear it will hurt their economies or upset powerful interest groups. Strategies for success. How can global governance rise to the challenge? We need a multi-pronged approach to tackle climate crisis. Mitigation. Reducing greenhouse gas emissions through renewable energy, energy efficiency, and sustainable land use. Adaptation. Preparing for the unavoidable impacts of climate change through infrastructure improvements, early warning systems, and disaster preparedness. Loss and damage. Providing financial and technical assistance to countries that are already suffering from the impacts of climate change. The role of different actors. States. They need to set ambitious emission reduction targets, invest in clean energy, and cooperate with other countries. International organizations. They can provide a platform for negotiation, set global standards, and mobilize financial resources. Non-state actors. They raise awareness, lobby governments, and develop innovative solutions. Individuals. Individuals can reduce their own carbon footprint, support climate-friendly policies, and hold their leaders accountable. The climate crisis is the defining challenge of our time. It is a test of our collective will and our ability to cooperate on a global scale. The stakes couldn't be higher, but there is still hope. By working together, we can create a more sustainable and resilient future for ourselves and for generations to come.